Cut! 180!
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Check three! Hey, shell! Turbo, set!
Now Goff on first down. Flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's second down. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 3 catches, 63 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27th. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Jones breaking from the contact. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Finds his tight end Ingram. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone? And
they'll get him down right around the 16. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Derek Wolfe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Gordon. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who can gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's gone. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On the delay, Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Goff now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the gun. Goff going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So we've reached halftime here. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now Wentz on third down. Complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, Wentz. to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wentz again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wentz. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Into the red zone. Wentz. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now gone. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They are going for it. Goff. And this is incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Gets it to Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now Goff. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will shave one more off this lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
20. Get
that quarterback at all costs.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Look, 180.
So don't say nothing.
Goff on first down. And Woods has it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. This one caught out wide by Landry. And a loose football. And the Jags grab it past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long ways to go. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it with Jones. And an alley to run. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A shotgun snap for gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Mark 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
Now a first down carry by Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Wentz. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's caught. Jones. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jones. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Goff. Now a desperate. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard. 10. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed.